The Freedom Credit, the only digital money with a fixed price, appreciating value, and private ledger. So what is the Freedom Credit? If you want to replace the horse and cart, don't fight the carting industry, build the car. If you want to replace centralized currency, don't fight the bankers, buy the Freedom Credit. The Freedom Credit is a concept digital currency aimed at becoming the world's dominant medium of exchange. Its fixed supply and locked purchase price makes it an appreciating means of trade today and forever into the future. Its private ledger enables the world's first true peer-to-peer exchanges and empowers you as a sovereign custodian of your wealth. In this video, we're going to be looking at the value of the Freedom Credit, how it has a locked purchase price, quickly looking at the app, transactions, privacy, security, fees, purchase bonuses, how you get them, how many are there, where can you use them, the goods and service grant. So there's a few things to go over today, but they're all quite short. They hit hard, straight to the point. So first off is value. How does this value system work? And my goodness, this took me a while to figure out, but once you hear it, it's really quite simple. One Freedom Credit equals the price of 1 gram of silver in your respective fiat currency locked to March 3rd, 2025. So it's not the date that's important. It can be locked to any date. And we're just using this for example because it hasn't actually launched, and I'd probably change it to the actual launch date. But to understand the value, 1 Freedom Credit equals 1 gram of silver locked on a specific date. And we're saying right now it's the 3rd of March and it doesn't change. If the price of silver changes, doesn't matter. It's inconsequential because it's locked on a specific date. So if we have a look at Australian dollars, it costs $1.64 to buy 1 gram of silver, 97 euro cents, $1.02 US, etc. Today, if you want to buy Freedom Credits, it'll cost that amount. Tomorrow, the same. 10 years, the same. 20 years, the same. And I'm over the moon with that because it means it has a stable fixed price. There's no speculation. It's not an asset. You don't buy this to hold it and not spend it in hopes you can cash it out and make money with fiat. No, it's actually a currency. Like, what other currency does this? None that I'm aware of. Some cryptos are tethered to the US dollar, but that still does this all the time. This is just fixed. It's locked. So to go over a few more examples, if you want to buy 100 Freedom Credits with euros, you'd pay 97 euros. To buy 100 Freedom Credits with US dollars, you'd pay 102. If you want to know how many Freedom Credits you can buy with a particular amount of fiat, just divide what you have by your fiat's 1 gram of silver value as demoed above. Oh, well, above in that little picture below in these examples here. Right, let's say you have 24,686 yen from Japan. So you divide that by the 1 gram of silver purchase price, which is 153.41. So that equals 160.915 Freedom Credits. So if you're trying to figure out, okay, I've got 10,862 Australian dollars, then you go, okay, well, divide that by 1.64. That'll tell you how many Freedom Credits you can buy with it. It's so simple. And I'm not a man of maths. And this is easy. This is easy. As you can see, the value of 1 Freedom Credit is the same as the value of a country's fiat currency converted to the price of 1 gram of silver locked. If you want to know the price of a particular amount of Freedom Credit in your fiat currency, multiply the Freedom Credit amount by your fiat's 1 gram of silver value. Here's an example. So let's say you want to buy 500 Freedom Credits. So instead of thinking I have $10,622, you want to buy 500 Freedom Credits, 2,000 Freedom Credits, whatever it is. 500 times 1.64 times, if you're using Indian rupees, 89.07. Very easy. And that'll give you the amount in fiat you'll need to pay to get that amount of Freedom Credit. There you go. It's really quite simple. So the price will be the same today in 12 months, 12 years, or 120 years. It's all the same. So this is just a little demonstration of what the app could look like, because the app isn't built. I'm not a fan of putting in all the technical work to build that. It would drive me mad. I would sooner see the world burn than build it myself. So I'm looking for volunteers or people who would see the value in this project to help me out. The app functions like a standard banking app. It displays your balance. Actually, you can see that. It's really simple. You can send, you can receive, you can automate transactions. You've got business, so you can list your business on there. You can search, right? So what you could do is, if you're looking for mechanics in your local area, you type in mechanics, boom, it'll pop up like on a Google Maps, and you could see, oh, there's a mechanic here, there's a mechanic there, or there's no mechanics in this area that accept freedom credits, but in the town over, yes, they do. Same with a masseuse, a restaurant, an electrician, carpenter, whatever it is. You can list your business on here and you're going to attract more customers and generate more revenue for your business, which is great. And market, it can just function like Facebook Marketplace. If you have things to sell and you want to buy things, just list it on the marketplace right in your app here, which is really cool. So the way transactions work, there's lots of technology which already uses this. So a principle I like to use is just copy what works. Copy good ideas, cut out the fluff, keep the good stuff. So if I go into a cafe and they accept freedom credits, they just open up on their tablet or their phone or their computer, they put in $5, 5 freedom credits. And I scan it with my phone, boom, would you like to send 5 freedom credits to this business? Yes, put in your password, confirm, send. Instant transaction, done. They see it in their accounts straight away. Approved, good to go. Or you could even turn on NFC, near field communication, just like you can do with some banking apps. You just tap your phone against theirs. If you would like to use that, some people, I understand, don't want to do that because it's a bit of a security vulnerability. But if you don't have a problem, fill your boots. If you want to send things non-locally, you can use a custom username, or you can have public keys you can generate from your secret key, and you could have a different public key each time for your anonymity. That can be useful, but if you don't mind, you can just use almost a custom username like a Pay ID, which is very common in today's banking. And so for online payments, just integrate it into your website like you can do with Bitcoin and Monero and fiat currency just on a website. No problems there. And for more technical details, that's going to be later in the series. So for privacy, unlike all fiat currency, banking and most cryptos, no one else can see your account unless you provide access. Not even me, anyone else. Your transaction history is cryptographically secure and externally invisible. Much of your financial security comes from your financial privacy. Just think about it. If you have gold and silver at home and you keep it locked in the safe and someone breaks into your home, where are they going to look? They're going to go to the safe. If you hide it somewhere else where they don't know, you've just increased your security, haven't you? Privacy is so good. If people don't even know you have gold and silver, then they're not going to come to break into your home to steal it in the first place. The less people know, the safer and more secure you are. Without financial privacy, unwanted surveillance can lead to censorship and a loss of financial freedom. Financial freedom equals lifestyle freedom. So without privacy, it's very difficult to experience true freedom. When you can manage your finances privately, you can make investment decisions, save and build wealth without fear of external judgment or interference. If a hacker is unaware of your balance, or even worse, professional criminal organizations that run every country in today's day and age, they're less likely to target you. This makes it significantly harder for malicious people. I don't like that word actors. I'm going to change that out. That's such a mainstream Kabbalistic word to use. Malicious people to access sensitive information, reducing the risk of identity theft, fraud, and other financial crimes. Financial privacy fosters a sense of self-sovereignty because you aren't reliant on banks or anyone else to manage your wealth for you. Privacy and self-custodial, independent control of your wealth eliminates the influences and risks of centralized authorities. Privacy protects you from unwanted scrutiny and discrimination, enhances security against fraud, theft, and empowers your personal autonomy. By ensuring that transaction histories are for your eyes only, you can enjoy a level of financial security that is often unattainable. Often or always, I should be more specific there, in traditional fiat systems and many cryptocurrencies. Selective disclosure is crucial for a civilized world to prosper. I would love to see civility in the world. Actual civilized societies. Wouldn't that be a marvel to witness? Ultimately, financial privacy is not just a matter of confidentiality. It is a vital component of a free and equitable society. Security. For security reasons, we can't ever access your account. This is to not only guarantee your protection, but your children and their children's. This is a system which is being built, not a business. The goal isn't to have a management team constantly updating policy, like banks do, and consistently squeezing profits from you. This is a system which is being built to be incorruptible and to last for centuries, even millennia. It's not a business model to be passed down the generations. It's a once-off creation that, when up and running, won't require further input. It's being designed like a magnetic perpetual energy machine. Pull start it once, and those magnets keep on spinning. The best money is built by being the most future-proof. If it can last the longest without falling apart like all other currencies have and will, then it will be the last survivor, not because of greed, but merit. Fees. Purchasing, holding, and receiving Freedom Credit costs nothing. Sending Freedom Credit costs a 1% fee, so that is a big fee. For every friend you refer using your referral code, the fee drops by 0.10%. So if you refer 10 friends, transactions then become free forever. And this fee isn't to make money from, but it's to incentivize you to spread the idea of the Freedom Credit. That's why it exists, really. It's just a marketing tactic. Purchase bonuses. They can be awarded when you convert your fiat earnings or savings into Freedom Credit. After referring 10 friends, having an account for a minimum of 3 months and making at least 10 transactions, you'll be upgraded to Diplomat and receive a 5% purchase bonus. If you buy 100 Freedom Credits, you're going to get 5 extra for free. After 6 months, if you refer another 10 friends, make at least 150 transactions, you'll be upgraded to Emissary and your bonus rate's going to jump to 10%. So if you buy 100, you get an extra 10. Whoopee. How awesome. After 1 year and another 10 friends and 300 transactions, you'll be upgraded to Console. And your bonus rate goes to 15%. And then this is the top tier after that. After 3 years and 50 friends and 5,000 transactions, you're going to be upgraded to Ambassador and your bonus rate increases to 20%. And so these purchase bonuses are only valid while there still is Freedom Credit available to purchase. And so the cashbacks and fiat elimination, what's going on? What happens with all your fiat money when you buy Freedom Credit? Do I get it? Who's getting it? What's happening with that? So I've had many ideas of what I'll do with that, but I think this is the best I have so far. So 0 to 6 months post-launch, let's say if I launch today and it's available to buy, this is what would happen. All Freedom Credit purchasers will receive a full refund of their fiat 1 year later. And so this is encouraging risk-free adoption and ideally reinvestment back into Freedom Credits because we need to get it started, we need to get it working. And I want to encourage you to do that in every possible way to make it really a no-brainer to use this system because it's superior in every way. Funds will be secured in a time-safe smart contract, releasing after 1 year, and it's contingent upon referring those 10 friends and completing 50 transactions. Provided you do that, if you spend $10 million buying Freedom Credits, all that money will come back to you because it's just going into a piece of technology, a time-safe smart contract with a few simple rules that are encoded into it that's locked, tight and safe and secure. And once you complete those tasks, boom, it just goes straight back into the bank account where it came from. I mean, if you lose access to your bank account, well, that's on you, but in all other circumstances, there won't be a problem. 6 months to 5 years post-launch, the fiat you use to buy Freedom Credit will be locked in those smart contracts. So it's the same thing, but it will be refunded after 5 years now, not 1 year. So this does guarantee still the eventual return of funds while ensuring that Freedom Credit maintains its value. It has real world value because you still have to use your fiat to get access to Freedom Credit because you've had to work for your fiat. It gives it value. Then from 5 years onward, the fiat that's used is going to be locked into those smart contracts and rendered irretrievable, effectively removing it from the economy. No one's going to get it. It's being burnt, it's being destroyed, taken out of the system, all systems. And so that strategy aims to transition and help Freedom Credit become the world's dominant medium of exchange. And as banks continue to devalue fiat, Freedom Credit users will help ensure its demise. For the Freedom Credit to live, fiat must die. And if anything is worthy of death, it is fiat currency. Well, really, it's just all bad forms of money that are biased and unfair and rank very poorly on the scale of what a good money is, which I went over in the previous video. Make sure you've watched that. So how do you get Freedom Credits? And there's three ways to get them. You can buy them. So you just go to the application, you download the application, use a debit card, pay for it, your money gets locked into a time-safe smart contract, the Freedom Credit goes into your account balance. There you go, that's set up, done. And at the moment, this is the idea I have of only allowing people to buy 1,000 Freedom Credits a day, right? Because that helps ensure that there's enough credits for everyone to go around, and it can also prevent big players who may be wanting to create chaos. Number 2 is to work for them. If you don't have any, or if you've got some and you want to earn more, find someone who has a job and you can earn them, or sell something on the marketplace in the app for Freedom Credits. And number 3 is to apply for a grant. Some businesses offering goods and services may be eligible to receive quite a significant amount of Freedom Credits, and I think that's a good way to help get different markets into the system so then it actually gets used, because there's no point having the perfect money if no one uses it. How many Freedom Credits are there? So there's a cap of 10 trillion Freedom Credits, and each unit goes to a third decimal point. So for example, 4.745. The smaller units, so these parts here, are called dits. Instead of cents or satoshis, they're called dits. Credits, dits, simple. And there are 1,000 dits to a Freedom Credit, which means in total there are 10 quadrillion dits. That's the amount of actual units in circulation or availability. Just like with Bitcoin is capped to 21 million, but there's actually 2.1 quadrillion satoshis. But I like doing it this way because it makes it an easier and better unit of account to understand the value of things that you're purchasing. So instead of a loaf of bread being 0.00004 Bitcoin, which is just a joke, it's unusable, it's 2 Freedom Credits. The Freedom Credit is what's called a fixed, limited or capped currency. And that means no new or more units can ever be created. So what's so great about that is that it prevents inflation and devaluation. The freedom credit is a deflationary currency, and that means its real-world purchasing value or power of goods and services increases over time. Instead of your money losing its purchasing power over time, the credits increase in value and purchasing ability in line with the principle of efficionomics, which we'll look at in the next video of some more demonstrations how this works. Where can you use it? Worldwide. Wherever someone accepts them is where you can use them. So I need to update this because I've still said here decentralized, because my initial intentions were to make this a decentralized currency until I learned, private is just better than decentralized. You don't even want decentralized. A lot of people think decentralized is better than centralized. Sure, it is, but private is better than decentralized as well. And what do I mean by that? Well, you'll need to keep watching the videos to learn more. So there's no more exchange rates with it, no more speculation or arbitrage where people buy a currency at a lower price and they sell it for more, or they exchange and they make money from it. It's all just ridiculous. It's a joke. It's a joke. There's no more exploitation, no more recessions or depressions, no more unfair advantages to those who issue the money. No more fluctuating value, no more complexity. Just make it simple. Oh, what's the value of the freedom credit today? Oh, let me check. Oh yeah, it's the same as always because it doesn't change, right? And so you may be thinking, well, if it's always the same, how does it appreciate in value? Because there's a cap. There's only 10 trillion. So once everyone in the world hypothetically gets them, there's going to be all the markets in the world using them, or even when you're just beginning and more markets use them, they will hold and retain their value and appreciate in value because there's only a limited amount. No more can be made. That's what gives it its appreciation. The freedom credit is a fair, simple and honest money that every man and woman in the world can use for the next 1,000 years. From a small farmer in India to a tech billionaire in America. It's going to make everyone richer. So the Goods and Service Grant, the GSG, is a scheme to boost transition into freedom credits and provide liquid capital to merchants. It's only valuable if people are willing to exchange it or accept it and trust that when they receive it, someone else will accept it. If you have a business, you may be eligible, as I said earlier. This offer is valid for the first 1,000 businesses. Yes, once it's all in circulation, no more can be made. Oh, that's it. That was a really short one. That went a lot quicker than I expected. Well, that's all for today. Quickly, let's go over what's going to be in the next video. We've gone over that in the first video of what is money. In the next video, we'll be looking at efficionomics. That's actually a concept I invented, which is really cool. And we'll be looking at a closed loop system, morality of the current system, how the banks own your money. So stay tuned and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.